fights. But we can compromise on a lot of things. But you hear me this morning. We can't compromise on this. We've got to get this thing straight. There is but one God. There is but one Jesus. He's not the Jesus that the Mormon Church presents. He's not the Jesus that the Jehovah's Witnesses present. There is but one God. He's not the God that the Islamists would teach us about. He's not the God even that the Catholics would teach us about. There is one Jesus. There is one God. And you can't compromise. There's a lot of things we can compromise about. I mean, you may want to argue about styles of music. Well, we might get old Rick's feathers ruffled about that, but that's not going to make a real big eternal difference if you just want to argue about that. You might want to go to Zach and say, Zach, there's some things I think you ought to do different with the youth. And old Zach might get up in arms about that, but that's probably not going to make a lot of You might come to me and say, Brother Chris, I don't like the version of the Bible you teach out of, or I think you preach too long, or you might have a long list of things, and there is a long list of things that I can do different and I can do better. But the fact is, 100 years from now, none of that will matter. But here's what will matter. If you put your faith in any God other than the God of Isaac, Abraham, and Jacob, if you believe in any Jesus other than the biblical Jesus, then 100 years from now, you will just beginning your eternity in the flames of hell. And not only you, but everybody else that you taught to believe a non-biblical Savior. I'm telling you, some things don't matter, but the fact that there is only one God matters now and forever. We cannot